Hello and welcome to day number 29, and I forgot to stick the week in here. I thought I had this all figured out. Uh, well, it's still the first month of January. Well, we'll get there sooner or later. Okay, there we go. Welcome to week 5. This is the first day of week 5, the 29th day. Kind of crazy to think what's going on. Couple things here. If you are brand new here, I do this pretty much every day, Monday through Sunday. Generally Sunday through Thursdays, I am on at 2 o'clock, or Sunday through Wednesday, I am on at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Thursdays and Fridays, it varies a little bit. Saturdays, it's at 4 p.m. Usually Thursday, I think I do 1 p.m. and I post a schedule if you're on my mailing list every week so that you can kind of see what my schedule is for the upcoming week. And then if there's any changes along the way, I'll mention it in the stream, or, if it's something major, I'll send out an email or I'll post it in the community section in the YouTube channel. But like I said, I do this every day. This is me getting back into playing the piano after over 20 years, being 70 years old, something that I discovered in November shortly after Thanksgiving about the system that I'm using, the Roli Piano and the Learn system, and decided to buy it and get back into music. And I have to say it's been absolutely wonderful. Frustrating at some times and stuff, but it's been really, really cool. And I've been enjoying playing again and opening up the music inside me. As I mentioned in my very first video, I could not listen to music. I would listen to a piece and it would stir up such emotion. I mean, I'd literally be crying. And in that first video, when I talked about it, I got choked up and started crying. And since I've been playing, that's gone away. I'm now able to listen to music, to enjoy music and different things, and it's been quite nice. It's opened up something within me. Not perfect, but it's a process. I didn't learn piano originally overnight, and it took me 20 years to forget what I've had learned, and so I'm trying to open up that piece of my mind again and continue on. So we're going to jump over into the practice session over here. Just for what the heck, I'm going to post in, if you want to be a part of the mailing list, I dropped in a link for my mailing list. Feel free to sign up. And somebody encouraged me to dump a tip jar in, so I threw a tip jar into the stream too, and so that's a link to the tip jar if you feel so inspired. But I am using the Roli Learn app. Currently, we're using 2 Roli M keyboards. I have a Roli Piano, this is 48 keys. The Roli Piano is 49. It has a C up here on the top end, an added C. That should be coming within the next couple of weeks. Supposed to ship the week of the 12th of January, so soon, hopefully. And there's another unit that will be in here that will kind of go where my iPad stand is. It's called an Airwave. And what that does is it starts tracking my fingers. So it starts analyzing how I'm playing the piano, my finger posture and all that stuff, which fingers I'm using to play on certain keys, and will start giving me feedback on that. So it opens up a whole new avenue into the learning process. One of the things I wanted to do today, we're going to get into our practice session, but yesterday I was going through some of the music just to kind of see what was out there. And those of you that have been on my streams or watch my practice sessions, you've seen pretty basic songs being played. And there's challenges that I can jump into. And so they're split up in all these different, types of categories of songs. There's first steps, which is what I am in now. Then we'll go into beginner next. Then there's an intermediate, advanced, and expert. This spans a period of time. It's not something that I'm going to get from first steps to expert in a couple of months. It's going to take months. and could possibly go into next year. Who knows? Just depends on how quickly I do, how good I am with practicing, and how good my brain works too. But I was going through this yesterday, and if I went into some of the expert stuff and started looking at what was out here, and I came across a song that I had forgotten about. And actually, if I was very good at this, I thought it was going to pop up. As you can see, there's a ton of music in here. And this is just, let's go out of here, go back to, well, find me Christopher's Dream.
We currently don't have Christopher's Dream songs available.
I know you're in there. D-R-E-A-M. I just can't.
I'm here to help with any questions about music, piano practice, or anything related to the Roli Learn app. Let me know how I can assist you.
Okay. This is another piece that's in the system where it has AI built in it. You can use it to search for songs if you pronounce the name of the song correctly. But you can search for songs. You can ask it questions. Anything relating to music. How can I improve this? You know, ask questions about chords, ask questions about the system itself, and it will give you feedback. This is a song I came across. I had completely forgotten about this. This is a song I used to play on the piano. I spent hours.
I'm here to help with your piano practice.
I spent many, many, many hours practicing and learning this song, and I came across it last night, and it just kind of blew me away. So this is considered an advanced 2. So this is way down the road. But I just wanted to give you an idea of some of the advanced stuff that this system has in it. And then also kind of like, I used to play this. This is another way of viewing it. We'll see if I can get back to being able to do this. This is definitely a goal. Oh, this brings back memories. So that is a little taste of some things that is to come. What I wanted to do is go in here and go into some of the expert level songs, just to kind of show you even more so of the craziness that is coming down the path. One of the other things is I'm looking for kind of songs that I know, I'm pretty certain, they've been around for a long enough time that, wouldn't necessarily trigger a copyright strike. I've been getting copyright notices on a lot of the stuff that I've been doing, but is also being flagged by YouTube as the owner or the person, with the rights to the song is allowing it to be, used on YouTube. So there's no issues with it. So I'm kind of just trying to make sure that I stick in there. And I can find that there was something that somebody brought up yesterday, and I think I should have been more organized with this. My apologies. But trying to get into one that's like, oh, here's one. So this is Flight of the Bumblebee, which I think most of you are aware of, but this is kind of like where the system will take you. And looking at those keys, one could only hope. So as you can see, this isn't just, it's for beginners, but it also takes you on a path up to very advanced, very, far along things. It's going to challenge you a lot from the very first time that you open it up through the entire learning process. There is over 1,000 songs built into the system. Some of the pieces, like I've done the Interstellar theme, those pieces are also in some of the advanced lessons where it's adding more into the song. Right hand, a lot more advanced keying and stuff with the songs. So it's pretty phenomenal. And as you can see, there's songs from Wicked, there's songs from the new Wickeds. There's a lot of modern popular songs, and they're adding songs to the system every month. So it's pretty cool. So anyway, let's get back into the brass tacks. Now we're going to go down into the kind of the basic stuff again. So what I want to do is I want to go back to a song that I've been working on out of Africa, and we're kind of going to go back a little bit to...
So now let's move on to learning the right hand part. In the right hand, we're just going to be focusing on two notes, A.
Advance up here a little bit. We've been working on this for a couple times, so I just kind of wanted to played enough that we got in our streak for the day. Plus I practiced a little bit in the beginning here too. So I'm just checking my sound level to make sure that I was being heard today. If you were here yesterday, you heard the story of how I did the entire stream without the mic on, so nobody could hear me. I had to redo the stream.
So now comes the fun part, putting both hands together. So for the majority of the song, we're going to be playing a note first with our left hand, and then waiting 2 beats, and then playing a note with our right hand. The exception to this is at the end of the repeating section, where we play both hands together, and then the right hand does that interesting rhythm with A, G sharp, A. Let's try it out.
It'll be a while before Flight of the Bumblebee. Now we're going to go into like super slow mode. This. Get distracted.
So now comes the fun part, putting both hands together. So for the majority of the song, we're going to be playing a note.
Sorry if I hit the wrong there. Wanted to see if they actually did have other fingering in here, but no, it's all second finger. Really? This is...
Now let's look at putting both hands together for that final section.
What happens there?
In this section, every time we play a note with our left hand, we wait for 2 beats, and then we play a note with our right hand. And what this allows us to do is that while one hand is playing a note, we can think about what the next note's going to be for the other hand. Let's try it. So that's the full chorus of Africa playing with both hands. Now, to master it, you're probably going to have to come back and play it a few times. And once you got a good feel for it, I'm sure you'll be able to find someone close by who can sing along while you play. Have fun.
comes the real test. See what happens here. Not bad. We did pretty good with that, I think. Interesting, it doesn't say how we did, but we did. I think this is one I'm going to come back to and continue practicing and stuff like that. I want to do one last thing here. Might as well move up.
Hey, Sam here, and we're going to be looking at Piano Man by Billy Joel, which is a song that got so famous, and it made him so famous, that he actually got referred to as the Piano Man. Sometimes it's kind of funny. Now, it is a cracking song. It's really great. And if you do play piano, you're going to get requested this song so much that you might as well learn it. So we're just going to be looking at the left hand here. Just the bass line. And in this particular song, the bass line is actually very rich, and it's got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of movement, and it really carries the soul of the entire song. So in order to play the left hand, we're just going to be using one finger. So if we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're just going to be using the index finger, number 2. And the way the bass line starts in the first few notes of this, you've got a stepwise motion downwards for a few notes, and then a jump up. So it just goes like this. Start on C, and then we're going to go down until we go up in a jump. But the thing that we need to remember for this song is that it's actually in 3, which is very unusual for pop songs. But what it means when it's in 3 is that you need to be counting like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and it gives this very nice lilty kind of sense to it, which is really nice. So the way it works is 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, and then the jump, 2, 3, and that's the first 8 notes. So let's practice that one more time.
Oops. I keep missing that one.
So now that you've practiced that, you've actually covered a lot of the material already, that first section is the first section of the introduction, but it's also the first section of the verse and the first section of the chorus. And it comes with a second section that happens to be very similar. So again, one single finger, this number 2, and we go onto the same C. And again, we're going to move downwards, but this one has a slightly different shape because we turn back before we reach the lower note. So we go, and then from this F, up and back to the C. And again, just remember that it's like very important to feel the like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 throughout. So you get 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, and back to the C. And now it's your turn to go and practice this. Okay, so now that you've practiced the second section.
Okay, so not bad. We're continue working on this one probably tomorrow. I think we're going to call it quits today. We've gone a little over 20 minutes today, but thank you again for joining me. I know the beginning was kind of not necessarily practicing, but showing you some of the things to come on the Roli Learn program. As I said, we're still waiting for the Airwave and the actual piano, Roli piano, to show up here in the next week or so. So I'm highly anticipating that coming. I can't wait. But we'll continue on with this. Like I said, I'm trying to work out a session one day on my stream where I just kind of talk about my thoughts of the Roli program so far, how it's worked for me, my pros, my cons with it. And the pros far outweigh any of the things. Like, as you've heard me say, if you've been around for any of my streams, the piece that drives me crazy is the guys having us use just one finger for playing around rather than giving us an option of keying. Like when the women talk about it, they give you full finger key patterns to do, but they give you the option of one, whereas the guys are like just concentrating on one finger. And I don't know if it's just because I used to play the piano, that is extremely hard for me, and my brain just does not want to work with that. And so I end up trying to figure out my own fingering, and my fingering may or may not be correct. But anyway, we'll talk about those things in an upcoming stream. But I want to thank you again for joining me. And like I said, if you're new here and you want to join my mailing list, I put a link to that in the chat. And I also will drop a link for my tip jar that somebody suggested I put in. So if you want to kind of support the channel and my adventure with the piano, feel free to do that. It's up to you. Anyway, I will see you tomorrow. Let's see, tomorrow's Wednesday, so we will be back at 2 o'clock in the afternoon Pacific time again tomorrow. And take care, and we'll see you later.